Hi everybody, I'm David. Today's sequence will be a short standing Vinyasa practice for strength. So if you will, go ahead and find your way to a seated position on your mat and we'll get started with some breathing. Once you've settled in, just let your hands rest in your lap in some comfortable way. And close your eyes for the next few moments and redirect all of your focus to your breath. Just pay close attention to your inhale and exhale. And then to elongate and stretch out your exhale, create a hissing sound through your teeth every time you breathe out. And just repeat that over and over again. So begin with a deep breath in. Return to normal breathing patterns. And just like before, take a few moments to focus on your breath. Then join your hands together in a prayer at your chest and bring to mind someone you'd like to dedicate today's practice to. Send your person some good energy mentally. And from there, when you're ready, open your eyes and step back to the first downward facing dog. If you're unsure of how to set up your stance, just start with your shoulders right above your hands. Step your legs back until you're in a push-up position, and then lift your hips all the way upward into the air. For the next few moments, bend your knees just a little bit. Lift your tailbone higher upwards in the air. Drive out through your hands and press your chest closer to your thighs. And then slowly pedal your legs to loosen up your hamstrings one at a time. Once both legs have gone straight, press your heels just a bit nearer to the floor. And then take a look forward. Step, walk, or jump to get up to the front of your mat. Come all the way up to the tips of your fingers. And bend your knees very slightly. Walk your hands way over to your left hand side. And then lift your hips higher upwards into the air until you feel a really good solid stretch in your legs and your back. And a couple deep breaths while there. And bend your knees again, walk your hands over to the right hand side. Elevate your hips slightly higher to intensify the stretch until it feels nice. And walk your hands back to center. Bend your knees a bit more, and then use an inhale to roll yourself all the way upwards to a full standing posture. Once you've got there to the top, join your hands together in a prayer at your chest. So we'll start with some old school sun salutations. Use an inhale to sweep your arms upwards and then backwards. Forward fold with your exhale. Lift to your fingertips on the inhale. Step your right foot back with an exhale. Inhale up to a full lunge, arms out to the sides and then up. Downward facing dog with your next exhale. Step your right foot forward. Use an inhale to come up to the lunge. Plant your hands near the front of your mat. Step forward as you exhale. Lift to your fingers on the inhale. Fold again with your exhale. Use an inhale to sweep upwards. Take a back bend once you've gotten to the top. And then forward fold as you exhale. Lift to your fingers on the inhale. Step your left foot back with your exhale. Use an inhale to rise to the lunge. Down dog with your exhale. Step your left foot forward. Use an inhale to rise up to the crescent lunge again. Planting your hands on the floor. Step forward with your exhale. Use your inhale to lift all the way up to your fingers. And then fold from there with your exhale. Use an inhale to sweep upwards and take a back bend once you've gotten to the top. Hands to your heart with your exhale. Inhale, sweep your arms outwards and upwards. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, lift to your fingers. Exhale, high push up to low. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale all the way back to the downward facing dog. As you hold there, come all the way up to the tips of your toes. Move your hips and your heels to the right. And press your feet closer to the floor. And as you do that, drive out through your left hand just a little bit more to really stretch your side. Use an inhale to come up to your tiptoes. Wave your hips over in the other direction. And press out through your right hand just a little bit harder as you hold the stretch. And then sweeping your hips all the way back upwards. Step your right foot forward to your thumbs. Turn your back heel to the ground. And then use an inhale to come all the way up to Warrior Two. Both arms are extended out to the sides. And gaze out over the tips of your right middle fingers. Bend into your front leg substantially. And then reverse the warrior the next time you exhale. As your left hand comes to your leg, reach strongly out through your right hand and just create a lot of length through your side. Use your next inhale to come up. With your exhale, reach your right hand down and grab your right inner ankle and twist your torso open to the side, and then reach your left arm straight upwards into the air. Every time you exhale, tighten down on the twist until you feel some resistance, and then pause at the space that resists. Inhale back upwards for Warrior Two. Chaturanga push up with your exhale. The up dog with the big breath in. The down dog stretch with an exhale. Step your left foot forward and then inhale upright for Warrior Two, second side. Once you got to the top, gaze out over the tips of your left middle fingers. Bend your front leg until it burns. With your left hand facing up, reverse the warrior to stretch your side again. As you reverse, try to keep your whole belly and chest facing the long edge of your mat. The next one stretches your inner thighs while you continue strengthening your leg. So use an inhale to come up. Reach your left hand down with an exhale. Grab your left inner ankle. Reach your right arm directly upward. And then just keep on twisting until you feel a nice solid open in your inner thigh and some rotation in your spine. Inhale all the way back up to the upright for Warrior Two. Chaturanga push up with your exhale. The up dog stretch with an inhale. And the down dog stretch with your exhale. And press your chest toward your thighs and fill your lungs with your breath. When your mind wanders, just redirect it to the stretch. And then take a look forward, step or hop up to the front of your mat. Use an inhale to come up to your fingers. Hold with your exhale. Use an inhale to sweep all the way up to standing. And then join your hands at your chest in a prayer. So to make it easier for you to see the next part, I'm going to step to face the camera, but you can stay facing the front of the mat if that works for you. For now, though, reach your arms all the way out to your sides. We're going to use an exercise to strengthen your glutes. So when you're ready, swing your right leg behind the left. Bend your legs just a little bit so one knee hooks behind the other. And the next time you exhale, stand up and join your hands together in a prayer. And squeeze your butt at the top. Inhale, arms out, right leg back. Exhale, stand and squeeze. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Squat deeper if you like. Inhale. Exhale all the way up to the top. Reaching both arms out to the sides. Swing your left leg all the way back to get the stance the first time. Bend your legs and hook one knee behind the other. And stand with an exhale. Squeeze your butt. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to stand. One more time. Inhale, squat deep. And exhale to stand. And stepping all the way back up to the front of the mat if you were sideways. Use an inhale to sweep both arms all the way up. Fold forward with your next exhale. Lift to your fingers on the inhale. Chaturanga push-up with an exhale. Then the up dog with an inhale. The down dog stretch with your exhale. Now this time, keep your hips squared to the floor. Come up to the tips of your toes and lift your right leg all the way up into the air. With an exhale, swing your right knee to your left elbow. Stack your shoulders above your hands. Inhale your foot up. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 1 to go. Inhale. Exhale. Let's step back to the downward facing dog. With your hips relatively square to the floor, lift your left leg into the air. Left knee to right elbow with your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 4. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale for 1. Inhale back to the high plank and drop your knees to the floor. Now this time around, take your elbows all the way down to the earth, right underneath your armpits. Either let your forearms be parallel or interlace your hands. Now for the next few moments, straighten out your legs entirely. And try to keep your butt at about shoulder height. Press your elbows strongly into the floor till your upper back rounds, and then just do your best to maintain. And keep your eyes locked on one single spot on the floor. And as your body holds the posture, just try to get out of the way mentally. Let your thoughts come and go without interacting. Whenever your mind travels off into the distance, just notice and redirect. You're doing great. Just a few more rounds of breath. And then for now, lower all the way down to the floor. Shift your hips back to the heels for the child's pose. Rock your hips from one side to the other and completely back and forth. Roll through your arms into the upward facing dog. Lift your hips all the way back up in the air for the downward facing dog. And take a look forward. Either sit down or jump through your arms to a full seated position. Straighten both legs forward. Reach your arms directly ahead and roll all the way down your back to fully lay down on the ground. Once you're laying down, stretch some of those push-ups out of your chest by reaching your arms all the way out to your sides. Draw your knees toward your chest. Drop your knees over to the right. Press your knees closer to the floor with your right hand, and then just gaze out onto the left. Even now, slow, deep breaths. Use an inhale to sweep your knees back up, and then drop your legs over to the other side with your exhale. Use your left hand to press your knees a bit closer to the floor as you twist. And gaze right. And finally, find your way to your reclining position on your back for the corpse pose. Your lower back is at all sensitive. Do this one with legs bent and knees tilted in toward one another. Otherwise, feel free to lay flat. And for the next few moments, let your hands rest on your belly. Close your eyes and return to normal breaths. Every time you exhale, hold your breath out for just a few moments at the end of your exhale. As you breathe in, feel your belly expanding. As you breathe out, feel your belly contracting. And hold your breath out for a few moments every time you breathe out. For the next few moments, repeat that over and over. Every time you hold your breath out, just let your mind settle. If your mind has wandered, redirect it to your breathing. And when you feel ready, let yourself roll over to one side. With your eyes still closed, use both arms to press back to a seated and upright posture of some type. Then join your hands together in a prayer at your chest and recollect the person you dedicated your practices to. And pray for or perhaps wish for their happiness and their health. And take a moment to be grateful for another day. If you wish, repeat after me. May all sentient beings everywhere experience peace.